go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Trying to get back to my old streaming schedule, so here we are on our normal Monday stream time. Trying out a new flavor of Zirda, Bomberman, whatever you want to call it. Not really Bomberman at this point because we cut the Oriok salvagers, but you know, the theme is still there. I'm calling this deck Protoman because the blue like Bomberman deck that showed up that wasn't actually like salvagers or anything, people were starting to call that Mega Man. So like red Protoman makes sense in my head at least. But basically just red Zirda combo. There's no like plan B combo like salvagers existed, but there is just the normal plan Bs of like just Mystic Forge value, Karn Lattice Lockout, and like Karn Struck Beats, that sort of deal. And the other thing you get is Gear per Aether Grid, which I think is really busted. I think it's a very good plan against a lot of like the Null Rod strategies. Well, good for almost all the Collector Oof and all the Null Rod decks. I think Grixis Luris Delver also has a big problem trying to actually like beat this. They can't really get it off the board if it resolves or anything. Or the Durettis. Whiteface has said Duretti sucked like really badly, and I'm inclined to agree with him. They don't look very good. And in the sideboard also, you get a Braid, which I think is also insane, because it's the exact card that the White Splash wanted versus Delver, a card that kills their creatures and also breaks Null Rods, which is not really a card that exists in White for some reason. Then you get more Aether Grids, and you get Pyroblast, which is cool against like just the rest of the blue decks, I guess. There's a world that with this deck still needs like Mindbreak Traps or Surgicals versus the fast combo decks, but I'm not sure about that yet, so we're just sticking with this sideboard for now. We're also playing some Zirdas in the main. I know a couple of people have been successful with a couple of main deck Zirdas, even in the whitelist. I was never really sold on it because it just is a really miserable creature to draw, and you always have the one in your hand. But since this deck has no backdoor Salvagers combo or something, it might be nice to actually be able to just has more threats that your like Delver opponents and stuff need to answer. Delver is probably one of the hardest matchups to actually resolve your Zirda, because you have to fight through so much permission. Sometimes you're just like, well, I need to cast this Zirda, and if this deck casts Zirda and it doesn't resolve, then you're kind of up shit creek in terms of trying to kill your opponent. You just have to rely on 4-drop beats. So, not sure about the Zirda's main. I played a different list on stream during the challenge. It wasn't playing main deck Zirdas, it was playing like another Aether Grid and a 4th Forge. And I went 3-1 on stream, and then I like finished the last match and went 4-1 in the league. But then also like the red cards basically never came into play. So, anyway, that's enough of me talking. Let's just actually play in a league. I'm not sure about some of the fast combo matchups. Some of my losses have definitely been to like Reanimator strategies and stuff. Like I think our loss in the league was against Reanimator, but I'm not as worried about that. Maybe when like Garuda decks come back, then maybe you just want to play Mindbreak Traps. You just get to board those in against like Reanimator and Test and stuff anyway. I'd like to reveal Zirda the Dawnwaker. This hand can make 3 mana and not 4, which is really awkward. So I think we're just going to mulligan this. Yeah, this hand just doesn't do anything. This hand doesn't do anything either, and is very slow at it. We can bottom this Zirda, keep payoffs and lands, or we can go to 5. My opponent kept 7. We have to go to 5. This hand also doesn't do anything. This hand needs like multiple lands to start fleshing out. We can't even like play the grid and activate it because we'll only have like the 1 artifact in play. Alright, this is looking better at least. We can bottom this key and... Hey, get out of there. Stop that. Get lost. bottom the key and maybe one of the 4-drops, maybe bottom a Karn. I think we want to cycle this bobble to make sure we can actually hit our 4th mana. Yeah, Forge is a good card to keep to rebuild. We'll lead on Ancient Tomb. Let's actually just bobble them first. If they have like a Wasteland, maybe we have to lead on Mountain. My opponent did not reveal a companion in 2020, which seems like a mistake, but... Main deck Rest in Peace, huh? Alright. Well, so it's probably, like Blue-White Helm, so we can pretty freely play out this Ancient Tomb. Problem is that they're a blue deck, so... Not so happy about my cards probably getting forcible. Good news, Rest in Peace does nothing. It does combo with the... their main thing, their energy field thing. Rest in Peace energy field means we can't kill with Ballista. We would have to just lattice them. Force of Negation, that's not really a card I want to see. But if we get to 4 mana, we're pretty set on things to cast into Force of Wills. Can we break? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you could win with a Lattice in play at that point. Eventually, everything's an artifact, so you can start animating their Rest in Peace with Karn or whatever, and then shooting it with Ballista. Oh, not exactly what I want to see, because Lotus Petal is the one thing that just, like, we get our shit Force of Negationed, and then we can't cast anything anymore. Do I play out this diamond? Is there any reason to? I don't think so. Which of these don't I want to resolve? Probably Mystic Forge because they're bad in multiples. My opponent's 100% to counter any of the 4-drops I cast here. I just realized that my opponent actually missed their second land drop. Which is pretty gas for me. Maybe I should have, like, not cast anything that turn. That's probably incorrect. Because we just need to hit another mana and just keep force checking them. Wow. They shuffled and then hit the land. Lucky. Well, I mean... I think I still want to play Forge here. I think we just want to find a monolith. I don't think the Karn's really going to do it. They have Rest in Peace in hand. They did pitch an energy field, notably, but I think I'd rather have a Mystic Forge in play. Spell Pierce this? Maybe I was supposed to play the LED this turn, because I think I would ditch the Karn to pay for a Spell Pierce. Yeah, that was a mistake. Considering that my land was not land, it was another Lotus Petal, I think I would have definitely used LED to pay for a Pierce. Well, I don't use my graveyard in this version, so Rest in Peace does not do anything. That unfortunately also doesn't do anything. The F6 button. There we go. All right. Grid is a win con, I guess. Probably not actually going to win me this game, but happy if they counter it or something. Time for the clock. They're Bant, right? They showed us an Icewind Quaddle that they discarded to hand size? Yeah. Bant Rip Helm. Energy field. I will deal you 1 damage. Now need to find... Obviously, you just want to find land. That'll do it. Opponent has 4 cards left in hand. We could make infinite mana here, but I don't think it's worth it. Into potential removal spells. And this Karn Plus is very unlikely to give me a kill. It would need to hit like exactly Karn Great Creator, Karn Great Creator. Oops, not the right section. Land Lotus Petal, not what we're looking for. I'll play this out. It's a world that they like main phase and Ice Fang Quaddle to hit more land drops or something. I don't know. Don't think it's a reason to keep it in my hand. Uh-oh. Alright, well, this Karn Plus better be good. Or my draw step. That's not very good. Alright, hit 2 Karns. A Zirda and an LED. That's not good. Alright, we're dead. You play wrong Cran. Indeed. This one not nearly as good here. I definitely misplayed this game. I think I could have... if I played out the LED into the Pierce, I think we could have won this game. But yeah, we're definitely just dead to this Helm. Alright. These Pyroblast are probably good. A Braid probably bad. If they have like a Null Rod, it's probably Stony Silence. Grids seem pretty awful. It's just like a really slow win con. I think most of this other stuff... We could board out some number of Cyanoversas to go faster, just like... try to go under them. I don't like Karn Cyanoversa because the Beats plan isn't super good against Energy Field. Rip. Possible that we need to leave the Basalt in the sideboard, though, for, like, Karn the Great Creator, since these games do go longer. Like, I'm not boarding in my Basalt model thinking it's, like, Miracles or something. It's also possible I need these Karns in case like they do have a Null Rod sort of effect. We do definitely want some sort of plan B since we've cut all the Aether grids. So idiot beatdown plan is a lot easier. Taking a long time, thinking about their sideboard plans. I'm supposed to split these Pyroblasts. I've already do that before the stream, because middling mages are a thing now in Delver. I would love to play first. I would love to show Zirda the Dawnwaker. This hand has turn 1 Mystic Forge. That's probably good enough. Right? 1, 2, 3, or 2, 3, 4. The LED, yeah. We'll force check my opponent here. Is turn 1 Mystic Forge good enough? I don't know. Like, they're a blue deck. If they force one on Mystic Forge, like, this hand looks really bad, right? I guess it doesn't look terrible. Yeah, it's just that the against like slow blue decks, you want to try to overwhelm their stuff because you have to just like so much bullshit. So having like basically a singular threat is not super interesting. Yeah, now we just have like a bunch of manifold keys and a 3/3. One of the reasons, like I said, Zirda doesn't. I don't think like I'm not interested in main deck Zirdas in a lot of matchups. I think it's mostly decks where you have to like check their overwhelming amount of answers for your things and like force them to answer all your stuff. But I guess you could just play a different threat in that case. Yeah, I don't really see a reason to play a 3/3 here. Next turn we could just play the Zirda from our hand with Mox Opals and Manifold Keys. Wow, my opponent loves to keep one-landers on 7. Don't think I want to play this Great Furnace. Because the line's up for 4 mana when I play it later. So we can just cast the Zirda here. Filtering mana through. The Mox Opal. Or filtering mana through the Manifold Key. My bad. They cast a Ponder, missed a land trap. Did they shuffle? Yeah, they shuffled. No other cantrip either. Alright. Do we just double Zirda beatdowns? We might. It might be time for double Zirda beatdown. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work. It's legendary. I'm dumb. I don't have 2 3/3s. What are they? Trained Armadon? That's the white. Is that a white 3/3? White 1. There's that green one. Trained Armadon is green. Yeah, move to clean up. White doesn't get good cards like 3/3s for 3. Look, this is a white card. Jesus, my opponent's lands are hiding. Go all the way, Zirda. You got this. Fox beats. Oh no. Oh no. They're gonna energy field me. Jesus. Should probably play a land at this point. I play up my Ancient Tomb, so I can start playing these other land drops. My mana is no longer a concern. Yeah, I imagine their hand is just a bunch of Force of Wills, which is an issue if they just play an energy field here, yeah. They just have like energy field and like a bunch of Force of Wills, and like we keep drawing literal nothing. But then we're definitely gonna have a problem. Jesus. Attacking over a Motobug. These draws have been ridiculously bad. I've drawn mana actual every turn of the game since my opening 7. I think I drew 1 Manifold Key if you don't count that as mana. The Manifold Key was mana for Zirda. I mean, we already had the first one, right? We didn't need a second one. My opponent's just gonna like, oh, they don't have a helm at least. Alright, well, there's a 100% chance that this gets countered, approximately, give or take. They don't have 5 mana at least, so at least they would have to either cast a Force of Negation or still like have to like pitch a card. I'll, like play out stuff so I don't get like double pierced or whatever. I'll happily discard these 2 opals to like pay for whatever bullshit. They have 7 cards in hand. We're so dead. We need to draw like just a Haymaker every turn for like the next 3 turns. Wow, they just let it resolve, huh? Maybe they have like a kill spell for it. Ooh, we get a Pyroblast next turn. That's pretty hot. There's no reason to play this land. Yeah, opponent might just have to like be able to kill the Scion, and so they're not going to burn a Forcible on it. They're going to just like let me draw 1 card of their choosing, and then they're going to untap and kill it. Some sort of like Council's Judgment effect or something. Wow, 4-color energy field. Oh, they're just gonna help me, sure. Ugh, it's annoying. Sandbagging helps this time in the braid colors. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That was a frustrating loss, but sometimes you're just on the bad side of... We're both... I guess both of us were on opposite sides of variance. I was, like, flooding out really badly, and my opponent was mana screwed. And I think the traditional adage is that screw beats flood, right? Because eventually your opponent's going to, like, find mana, but, like, you've already wasted so much time spinning your wheels with way too much mana that your opponent's hand is just filled with spells. And that's exactly what happened. Oh, nice. The true Pokemon battles. On the draw. Yeah, those were certainly games. Both of our decks not exactly firing on all cylinders. I drew like a bazillion mana sources. You drew like 0 mana sources. On the draw, maybe we're okay with this. Yeah, all your mana came to my side, I guess. I think I'm okay with Tomb Bauble on the draw. What you got, opponent? Are you Storm or Delver? I assume Delver at this point. This could mean Storm, honestly. I've seen a lot of Lurrus lists have a Badlands, which means that you just have to play Scalding Tarns and Polluted Deltas. Not that that really affects my play. I'm gonna Bauble them. No, they are Delver. Alright, well, we're still gonna like play out Ancient Tomb, I think. Do I want to try to like play around Dazes and stuff? But like, I guess we can decide on that next turn. I don't really think I'm gonna like be trying to play around Wasteland or something. Set up for the ability to just hammer stuff into my opponent's cards here. Don't really want to slam a 4 into a turn 2 Sprite Dragon though. Oh, well, that helps. Ooh, the Jeskai one. Neat. Jeskai with Spray Dragon? That seems interesting. I imagine I think everyone playing Ursa's Bauble is just like 2 Port Mishra's Bauble. Because they're like a bazillion ticks on Moto right now. They see Mountain. It's now Ancient Tomb, Lotus Petal. Some sort of Karn. I'm under a lot of pressure. The Spread Dragon and my double Ancient Tomb are scary. Which Karn is helpful here? Spread Dragon's going to be way too big to try to reasonably remove. We could try to find a spot for bridging my opponent, because that's probably not very easy for them to beat, especially in game 1. Don't really have a lot of other things to wish for. Karn's Sign doesn't really do anything because the tokens are tiny, and if I plus it, it very easily dies to like Lightning Bolt or whatever. It's gonna be slow going emptying out my hand, but if the Spread Dragon gets big, then we might actually just be able to bridge it. So I think it is just Karn for Ensnaring Bridge. If I tap these tombs enough for a bridge to be effective, then we're already dead. Maybe, because we have to get a couple cards out of our hand. But if they cast like one more spell off the Sprite Dragon, it's going to be, like, it literally is just going to be big enough where we can just, like, play lands. They won't be able to attack with it for a while. That'll hopefully buy us some time. We also could just wish for, like, trying to combo them, I guess. Just wish for a Monolith. We got double red for Zirda. And then we got payoffs. Yeah, that's probably a better play. They didn't counter this, but they did, like, think about it, which is kind of weird to me. Or maybe they're just like, that's the bluff pause, they don't have anything. Yeah, I think we just have to set up for trying to kill them next turn. We don't really have a lot of other plans here. Basalt Monolith. And pass the turn. Yeah, their hand might just be like full of like dazes and stuff. We want them to just like cast Luris and bobble me or something and not develop their Wastelanding is problematic. Because we can't cast Chain Lightning, and they're playing 5 bolts in Jeskai with Sprite Dragon. This is a weird build. Too bad I didn't have double red redirect to this thing. And now I need a Lotus Petal or a Mox Opal to combo out this next turn. This is mostly what I was talking about. Like, we could be in a position where we're just stone dead next turn. Be cool to have an Ensnaring Bridge. Because we literally can't cast. If we tap this 2, my opponent has 2 spells, we die, and they have guaranteed 1 spell if they have a land. They land Luris Bauble. That doesn't kill me. I think we just have to go to. None of these other things are going to win me this game, right? Karn doesn't do anything, Karn doesn't do anything, so yeah, Mountain, Monolith, hope they don't have 2 spells in their 4-card hand after they just drew a bunch. I suppose they could still attack me to 2 here, if this was like an Ensnaring Bridge, not a Monolith. You definitely dazed this, right? Just sets up for like lethal. Prevents me from like accidentally killing them. Like if I had like another petal or an opal here, they could just die. Could also cast one of these cards, but it doesn't do anything besides tap my Monolith, and that means I can't tap my tomb next turn, guaranteed. So need to leave Monolith up to somehow not die to the 5 cards that my opponent's gonna have. And I need to untap and resolve Zirda. These Zirdas have just not looked good. But I mean, obviously, not a lot of cards that I was playing over Zirda here would be looking very good, right? These games have mostly just like been a little bit anemic. has any sort of counter magic here, like free counter magic, we just die. Because they could just Luris, cast a bauble, and like counter their own bauble. And then we take 7. My opponent has Stone Cold nothing. Just land, Luris, bauble, hit me to 1. And then we can kill them. I don't know how bad the other 4 cards in their hand would have to be for that to be the play. Just all lands. Come on, just cast Luris, cast Bauble, hit me to 1. What's the worst that could happen? Alright, perfect. Don't counter your own Bauble, just let it resolve. Sure. Well, we're not dead yet. You used you last turn, Mox Opal. What's up, Cliffy? What's up, Arkin? How's it going? I hope their hand is just dazed and they just like fucked up really badly somehow. What? They literally had lethal and they threw it away. I will pay for the days. Interesting choice of losing this game instead of winning it. Maybe they just also have force and this is just like massive BM. Yeah. This versus main decking Zirdas. Yeah, we have 2 in the main. I've been trying it out. Oh, okay, they also have force and they're just BMing me. Okay. God, if we had another red source, or if this pedal, Opal had been like an LED, no, LED wouldn't have done it. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that. But yeah, we should plan to do a stream, Arkin. Yeah, baubles are like stupid high. I have not tried Serum Powder. Might make sense to just go all in, because this deck can mulligan pretty aggressively. Alright. I think I was supposed to bring in like all these cards. It seems like way too many though. Yeah, if I'm cutting Zirdas from the deck, which if I'm like cutting Zirdas post board against Delver, which I feel like I'm going to, then like why am I playing these in the main deck? I don't know. Let's see how my. Maybe we can shave even more LEDs than we usually do versus this matchup, because we don't have the salvagers in our deck, but we want to keep some amount of zeros because obviously we want stuff to go with these grids. I say as I shave like a manifold key too. Can we get these forges out of the deck? We could just cut both these Zirdas, make them all my companion. Not enough Pyroblasts. They're also supposed to be split because like Meddling Mage, but this looks okay. Only one Pokemon, the other 2 are on the bench, yeah. If only, yeah, just, can I select all 3 of these as my companion? Start with a 10-card hand. Seems better than a 7-card hand, or 8-card hand, whatever. But yeah, if I'm boarding these out against Delver, then why are they? What are they? What are they doing in my deck? They just don't strike me as something that I'm like super interested in. Imagine any Euro deck or yeah, against like the control decks, yeah, you definitely like would love to leave them in. They'd be nice there, certainly. But like against combo, usually they're not going to stop your first one. I guess against like sneak, they'd probably be okay. Against like combo decks that have forcible, it's nice to have the backups. Combo decks that can answer your first Zirda, you would like to have extras because there's no Bomberman backdoor combo. I wonder if Grid is actually worse because my opponent's on like Sprite Dragons. This one. Alright, Sand sucks. Sand's very bad. You can just grid those decks. Which ones? The Oko Uro decks? Because I think both those cards are pretty good against grid. Alright, this hand's pretty nice. Got a lot of good. Do I want to jam a turn 1 Gearber Aether Grid? That seems needlessly aggressive, but it does get it under a daze. Legitimately a keep. I think I want to bottom my mountain. Just grid my opponent, keep all my artifacts so I can just grid them to death. And then just get ranched by Null Rod. We could, yeah, no, we'd burn our Petal instead of, we burn our Petal either way actually, so we could just lead with Great Furnace. Regardless, Great Furnace Opal Petal grid is the same as Ancient Tomb Petal grid. Yeah, I think I'm bottoming this mountain. Maybe I don't want to be aggressively gridding against the Jeskai version too, because they have Seal. It's not against like Grixis where it resolves and they lose. Force Pitch Brainstorm, sure. Play their Delver. No, we can't resolve our Karn. We can't cast our Karn, I mean. Do I even want to abrade this? I'm worried about, they have 4 cards in hand. So if I don't abrade right now, we playing into like them having Spell Pierce or something. Which they did. Did they show us that last game? I don't remember. But there's also there's likelihood that they could have Arcanist. I think it's worth passing the turn. They could also obviously like Null Rod me, which I'd love to abrade over a Delver. Unfortunately, we need another 0 or a land to cast our Karn. We're not playing into like a whole lot more by waiting on our abrade here. Well, there's a Force Negation on the top of their deck. I mean, they can only cast it for free on my turn. So I can still just wait until end step here, if nothing else. Yeah, now they can't play Arcanist or Nora. I think we're supposed to break this Delver. Stem the bleeding here. We have an Ancient Tomb. We have a Karn we want to cast into their Force of Negation. Maybe I was supposed to break in response to the Pawn for now. Oh. You don't have to yell it.
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Write it down.
You write it down.
Alright, so they're going after the Furnace, I assume, to turn off the Opal. The Karn better than the Abrade. In what respect? Like casting Karn? Because I couldn't cast Karn that turn. Okay, so this... Oh, you're talking about... What, like baiting the Force of Negation? Like deliberately untapping and casting it to get Force of Negation to save face for the Karn? They pondered and... Oh, they didn't miss the lineup. They wasted me. Duh. Meddling Mage. They don't know what's in my hand, so they just have to guess here. Or just name Zirda. I guess that's fair, because I have a almost one red source and a Grim Monolith. Oh man, I could have Zirded them. Wait, not good. This Opal still doesn't tab. Yep, stop that. Alright, I think we Karn down tick. They have 3 cards in hand, one of which is a Force Negation. Oh yeah, this card's not resolving, I forgot. Oh well. I mean, gotta cast it sometime, right? Force, pitch, force. This Meddling Mage isn't a huge clock, but we did kill the Delver, not exile it. Notable downside of playing red instead of white. So if they get their Luris online, they can also get this Delver back at some point. Yeah, like this point, I guess. Or they can just have Arcanist. Fuck. Pretty dead here. We need to draw a lot of good magic cards in a row. And this does not really qualify. Guess it helps us cast our other spells at this point. But now we're going to get buried by Dreadhorde Arcanist. We don't have a lot of turns because we can't combo them. We can untap the Monolith and then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I don't have to even like Karn. Oh no, we could Karn Bridge. So I guess Karn Great Creator is the card we want to find. Are we gonna input damage yet? Do something to do mid-combat, opponent? Hello? It didn't disconnect, right? Yeah, we're still up and running. Suppose Walking Blow still would be lethal, right? Do we have enough mana to... We don't have enough mana to kill the mage and kill them. We'd have to do it over turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Yeah, we would need 6. We would need like 11 mana to have a ballista stick around and go off with Zirda all at once. So we definitely have to just cast a ballista and then try to kill them next turn. Or they could just not come back. I don't know where my opponent went. There we go. So we're running out of turns because they're going to play Luris, and then they're going to have 6 power in play. We're going to go down to 9 here, untapping our ancient or our Grimonolith. Which I think is worth it because of like the Karn. Deck drawing Karn Great Creator potential. Or we could draw Great Furnace. Not really as good. Now we're down to a bolt. Still draw Karn and Bridge. One-time dealer. Nope, that's just a lot of mana. Unfortunate. Not off to a good start today. Some real rocky matchup. Or not really matchups. Some real rocky games. Ugh. My heart's not in it either. Been feeling a little bit sick. Not like sick, but like, I don't know. My stomach is upset. I haven't been really feeling today. Might be an easy short stream. Zirda needs all of Walking Ballista's abilities too. Yeah, if only. Zirda literally a 1-card combo. I think the white version is just like weirdly like just if Jeskai is the like the better of the 2 Delver decks, I think the white version might actually still be better. The red version was in more of a gut reaction to the Grixis deck. Because I think the Grixis deck has a lot more problems with Gear per Aether Grid and stuff. I think that sick feeling is the idea that Legacy's dead. My body is just rejecting like this whole sequence of events. Are we taking bets on if my opponent has a Pokemon? I would think, yeah, yep. Oh, sick. We're playing against the Yorion. Turn 2 Karn, right? Turn 1, Tomb. Not quite. Oh, no, yeah, we do. Because we could do Ancient Tomb into Great Furnace, Basalt Monolith, Opal Karn, at least. Set up for, like, a combo. I imagine the main deck Zirda is probably pretty good against this deck. If we draw Petal, yeah, I think it is turn 2 deads. What you got? Astrolabe, Ponder. Wow, Astrolabe, drawing Astrolabe in your 8-card deck, so lucky. More cards, not bad in this matchup, certainly. No real punish for leading on Ancient Tomb. Is there a reason I would lead on Great Furnace? No. Because if we draw another Soul Land, we could just cast a Karn instead. Don't need to necessarily tap our Monolith to cast the Karn. So I feel in this deck deafening silence is me. So am I supposed to cast... I guess it depends on the matchup, right? But am I supposed to cast one from my hand first, to, like, because the other one's protected? Or do I cast one from Companion first, so they don't know about the second one? I guess it's just highly dependent on whether your opponent has, like, Thought Seizes in their deck. And since my opponent likely does not, I would rather play the one from the Companion zone. Got a lot of Karn Scions of Urza to be casting. So we want a Great Furnace. We want to cast Basalt Monolith. And I'll just catch a Karn and set it for infinite mana the next turn. Happy to fire off whatever into whatever counter magic they have here. We have a handful of nothing but Karns. Shocker. That is completely fine with us. We have infinite mana and a ton of Karns. Or we have pretty easy access to infinite mana and a ton of Karns. I think like elk my Basalt Monolith, that'd be pretty rude. But even then, just gonna follow up Karns anyway. Wow, no third land drop. Unlucky opponent. So I guess I'm supposed to cast the one from the companion zone. And we're supposed to tap like this, so if it gets countered, then we don't need to lose 2 life for no reason. Is Oko fixed? Yeah. They fixed it before the challenge, I believe. What's up, Mario? How's it going? Can I counter my Fox opponent? No? Alright, cool. Well, I'll make infinite mana and play some Karns. Am I supposed to plus this Karn? Because if, like, we hit a thing, we can play the other Karn and then down ticket to get the thing and then kill them? Or am I supposed to just, like, make a dude? The dude's only at, like, a 3/3, so I'm probably supposed to just plus it. Reveal Walking Ballistic Man. Yeah, now we can just play the other Karn and then down take for Manifold Key. Okay, or they just concede. Alright, sure. I mean, they weren't dead that turn. They could give me the Manifold Key. Play the version of Retro Foundry. Let me tell you, don't play it. Yeah. Wasn't super intrigued with it. Maybe if you were like playing a Red Splash and you had like Goblin Engineer, the Goblin Engineer could like tutor up monoliths or tutor up an infinite mana sink. You could play like a 1-of. Oh, my opponent we win the match. Alright, we did it. Opponent did not want to play Magic anymore. My Pokemon confirmed better. Alright, that was certainly a match, I suppose. We were playing Magic the Gathering. Why is Karn Signiverse the chosen? I mean, it's not the infinite mana dump of choice. It's definitely the broken. It's like the most busted things you can be casting with 4 mana of choice. You play the infinite mana dumps are Karn the Great Creator and Walking Ballista. You play Karn Signiverse and stuff like Mystic Forge because a lot of your hands can just make 4 mana on turn 1, and your goal is to just like play the most busted shit that you can. You know that if you cast Null Rod, turn on off Solon, you can make Moxable active easier. Well, active maybe isn't the word you're looking for. You can achieve Metalcraft easier, I suppose. This hand. Not quite a turn 1 Basalt Monolith, but it's pretty close. And we're on the draw, and we can just like mountain Manifold Key into like turn 2 Basalt Monolith Mystic Forge, which is like totally acceptable. This hand's definitely a fine keep. My opponent says maybe I'm supposed to concede and go to game 2. Very low odds I win. What are they on? What is my opponent doing? Misty Rainforest. Misty Rainforest and not showing a Pokemon. What is this? Monastery Swiftspear. What is it? Oh, is this just Blue-Red Delver? Oh, you have such a good taste of mountains. Thanks, they're definitely mine. Definitely not given to me by anyone else. Is Engineer worth playing? I just mentioned that earlier. I don't think so. Engineer like dies so easily, and this deck's pretty good against creature removal too. We can draw more Basalt Monoliths, which is not super interesting. I think we just want to Mountain Key. Next turn, we have City of Traders into Monolith. We don't have the Opal online to play around a Daze unless I don't crack my Bauble. Let's cast this Manifold Key. Maybe they Daze the key. In which case we can just crack the Bauble. Nope. Play out the Bauble, but I don't think I'm going to crack it because I think I do just want to play around Daze with my Basalt Monolith. And cross the Basalt off and write Grim. Yeah, don't I wish. Sure. Yeah, we drew 2 Basalt Monoliths. So unlucky. We have 3 Basalt Monoliths and 4 Grim Monoliths. Statistically, we should draw way more Grim Monoliths. Why the Mountain over Cavern? Because almost none of our red spells are creatures. I mean, if you're looking at the main deck, yes, it would make sense on why it would be weird that we're playing Mountain over Cavern. But if you look at the sideboard, it would make a lot more sense. I guess if you're looking at the main deck, it still wouldn't make sense because we also have some Aether Grids in the main. So yeah, I don't want to crack this. I want to be able to cast Basalt Monolith through my opponent's permission. We could actually make Infinite Mana this turn if we wanted. If my Basalt Monolith resolves. But I don't think it's going to. I hope it does, so I can fucking crack this Bauble, draw more cards. Would I make Infinite Mana here and play Mystic Forge? I think so, because we can actually keep the key untapped too. So if I float red, play Opal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which, if my Zirda gets countered, I go to 1 up to 4, and I can still cast the Mystic Forge after. Seems fine. They probably have Force. Yeah, or they have Days and they're about to like get wrecked. Could be. I think I want to cast Zirda here. My Opal's not doing anything else. If my Zirda gets forced, maybe I don't want to play the Mystic Forge into a Daze is a possibility, but we could just cast the Forge right now too, but like that doesn't really play around Force very well because our Mystic Forge is the like good card in our hand. I'd much rather them force my Zirda here. This is just a question of if I would actually cast the Mystic Forge as a follow-up on this turn or not. I could just untap the Monolith with the floating mana and like cycle my Bauble and stuff. Alright, cool, well. We play around Infinity Dazes now. Oh, the grid kills them next turn because we have double Monolith, but they could kill my Zirda before then. I could just exile the Aether Grid and keep going because we get 2 looks. Because we get 2 exiles with our Mystic Forge and the key. Certainly tempting considering how much I literally have Infinite Colorless, so I can cast anything besides lands and the other Aether Grid off the top of my deck. And I guess the other Zirdas. Can my opponent beat just this Aether Grid, though? Doesn't seem like it. They didn't counter anything. It's an interesting spot. We have so many looks at just, like, murdering them, though. Maybe we get greedy. Demosian, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. I think I kind of want to keep going. Just have to counter this. I mean, yeah, but, like, I guess they do just, like, fucking die, even if they kill the Zirda and I play Aether Grid, like, they're just gonna get hosed by it. We could even draw it with the Bauble, and then, like, exile some garbage off the top. Crack Bauble and see if they have a bowl. I'm gonna crack Bauble this turn anyway, so that's a fine thing to do. Yeah, but it's Sprite Dragon. Sure. Yeah, I don't think they can beat just me having an Aether Grid in play, so I think I'm just gonna leave it on top. I'm gonna cast this other Monolith, though, because it's free. So ready for them to Thought Scour me. Oh man, we get wrecked. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn here. This Gear for Aether Grid seems bananas. I'm gonna exile this Ancient Tomb while we're sitting here. Thought Scour plus Bolt maybe or excess. Yeah, I mean, sure. If they're playing Thought Scour on their deck, they got me. I don't want this LED either. I just want to untap my Manifold, untap my Mystic Forge here. I'm not going to do anything else in their upkeep here if they're thinking about, like, bolting the Zirda or something. Alright, I think I just say go here. There's no reason to exile this right now. There's no reason to exile the first thing right now either, but whatever. They have removal for Zirda, we have an Aether Grid in hand, and we have a Mystic Forge in play, which still seems like very close to unbeatable. You like land, Sprite Dragon, Bolt the Zirda, hit me for 4, and then we just like grid their board. Maybe we do want this LED because we just like have shit to do with grid. Yeah, there's Bolt and Zirda, sure. Depends on if they deploy their Sprite Dragon. I don't want to draw it necessarily because we have enough artifacts, I think. Oh yeah, I think I just want to get rid of it so we find more action. If there's like a world that they counter my Aether Grid here. We have one, we can cast the grid, and we have 1 ping, 2 pings, 3 pings if we need it. We tap the Monoliths. Just kill the Swift Spear. That's assuming we hit nothing off the Mystic Forge. Yeah, I'm going to exile this LED. Draw one of our main deck Zirdas. Get them. Go off with Aether Grid, double Monolith. I'm not sure. Still thinking about if it was correct to like draw this Aether Grid rather than keep going. I guess we would have so far. I mean, results are anything, but we would have hit the Ancient Tomb, had to dig past it, then we would have hit this LED. We would have cast the LED, and we don't know what would have happened after that. Oh, then we would have killed them. Dang, unlucky. Counter. If we do, we can also just Karn you. Okay, they're just dead. Oh, they're super dead. Can't wish for anything to just kill them, right? I guess we could just lattice them and clear the Delver, right? It's like double monolith. That's enough, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're actually like... Whoops. God. Force a habit. Clicking on the monolith first. This doesn't do anything. Tapping my manifold key actually gives me less things to ping with, but it doesn't really matter. Just Karn Scion too. Alright, cool. We just give him the business. We can just wish for fuck all. Wish for just a 0. I'll just play shit. Oh wow, Mountain unlucky. Would you like to concede, opponent? I think I have you beat. No, they would like to concede, apparently. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we should have just gotten greedy. Let's just bring in grids and braids. And cut. Zirda is actually pretty good. Might be better here, where they have like less actual good hate against you. Cut like more. Cut a Mystic Forge, I think, before we cut more. Maybe we want to stop cutting so much action in these matchups, because you just have to like force check your opponent so often. But keeping on with all these zeros to go with your like 8,000 Aether Grids plan is also not unreasonable. I guess Mox Opals in multiples are not super good with Aether Grid. Maybe it's okay to do double 2 Forge. What's up, G Lavamancer? It's going okay. Not great. We're like 1 and 2 right now. We're up a game in round 4. Did not start off strong, but deck started picking up. Started firing on some of the cylinders at least. How about yourself? Limited. I just want to play Paper Legacy. I mean, I want to play Paper Legacy, assuming that we pretend that Ikoria never happened, and realistically, we pretend 2020 and 2018 never happened. But I'll take what I can get, and that's fucking banning the shit out of the companions. I mean, I'm gonna fucking play Zirda until they ban it for sure. This deck is very nutty. If there's a world where they like ban Luris and then don't ban Zirda, I think it's going to be extremely fucked up. Even now, I think it's like very good. The limit of my cards will be playable as Victorious. I forgot. Fair. Luris Miracles. Oh boy. At least they're not playing Oko. These Mox Doubles are online. This hand looks dirty as fuck. Island Sanctuary? Isn't it just like a moat? What is this even? Why are we casting Moat in Miracle? Again, I guess Moat was playable back in the day. It's a Moat that's also really bad against Merfolk. Anyway, this hand's bad, especially on the draw. Double Braid is nice, but we can't get... We're close to casting them, right? Mox Opals are almost online. This hand feels too greedy. My opponent kept us up, and... Oh, this hand looks a lot better. Am I crazy to bottom this card in the Grid Creator here? Like, I assume this first Aether Grid isn't going to resolve, and then the second Aether Grid kind of, like, just puts the pounding on him. And we need the rest of this stuff. I'm bottom this card. Our hand doesn't have a lot of mana to play through, like, big permission spells. Maybe I'm going too all in on these Aether Grids. My opponent plays, like, a True Name. My opponent is just playing blue red, so they don't necessarily have like the Notre names or whatever. Delver. I'll just attempt to ballista that. Probably draw another 0. That'd be cool. Huh. Well, I guess I will instead attempt to Aether Grid that. Oh, my opponent's F6'd. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Yes! Give it to him. Yes! Yes! Get fucked. Oof. Cast your Sprite Dragon. Smodster Swift Spear. Go for it. Yeah. 2 toughness. Extend the hand. God. Turn 1 Aether Grid. Kill your Delver. Ooh. Whew. Oh, baby. Cast this Ballista. Kill your Swift Sphere. Well, this doesn't do anything. It's actually really awkward. Cause, well, I guess we could just make infinite mana, right? We could just kill them, I guess. I guess! We went through all the work to turn on Aether Grid to crush their dreams, and then they just died on turn 2. I'd like to show you this Walking Ballista opponent. You're free to concede at any time. We did it. This is wrong. I was so excited for that Aether Grid to be good, and then they just died. I've yet to have an Aether Grid in play and be like, man, this is so satisfying. We're just going to range my opponent with it. They always just die before it's relevant. Man, maybe this Aether Grid isn't the truth. I do think it is just like a very good Null Rod answer, which is one of the reasons why I really wanted it. Just like more ways to like win through Null Rod. But if the Delver decks aren't playing Null Rod, if they're just playing other hate, then we could play better cards than Aether Grid, right? But like sometimes Delver players are just playing Null Rod, and then those times you just get fucked. Which is problematic. And no other deck was ever played again. Yeah, I mean, straight up, I'm like not playing Zirda until they ban it. The Zirda deck is sweet and extremely powerful. I'll play other memes. I know Limmerboy wanted me to meme it up with a Yorion Death and Taxes. So I'm gonna do that next week after the qualifier event. Do you have any idea what you're playing in the qualifier, Basic Swamps? You don't have to, like, tell me, but, like, I know you've been struggling to, like, find your deck for a little bit. Oh, it's Newton. Are you just gonna be playing Just Colors? Yeah, it seems like a good deck. Oh, baby. Elves! Do I play exclusively Legacy? Yeah, pretty much. I used to play Modern more once upon a time, but... Hey, Dole Furfeld, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it. So this hand has not quite turn 2 Infinite. We're missing another red source, but I think turn 2 Mystic Forge we are. We are missing, so we're playing as, well, just likely elves, and our hand is a little bit slow. Also, thanks for the follow, Dole Furfeld. But, like, we're so close to being able to kill my opponent. as soon as we find another red source, which is probably pretty easy off the forest, then we can probably kill fast. Maybe we can just get aggressively like game 1 on the play against elves. I don't know how much I like just Ancient Tomb Ball will go. Because we do have to be worried about potential main deck collector oof or something. Pretty easy card to main deck, especially right now. Wow, opponent go down to 4. Woof. This Mystic Forge definitely can get us out of some binds, especially if we can find our main deck Aether Grids with it. Luckily, our mana at least is online, even through an oof. Bobble you. Green Sun Zenith, wow, shocker. That's a very good draw. Alright, so there's a chance we could get oofed. Are they dead? They're not quite. They're dead next turn. If we set up... We play Ballista for 2 here and just ping the Birchlar Rangers and then say go. The following turn we can go Opal, Mountain, Floating. The Ballista's at 1 and we can just Basalt kill them? Yeah. So by pinging this Birchlar Rangers, they can't like do a lot of scary stuff next turn. So we can just set up the kill. Also, I'm not sure the elves on a Multifor can just beat a Walking Ballista at 4 mana, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, next turn we can just float 2, Mountain, Opal, Monolith, kill them. This is the quality content that keep me engaged. Legacy, people just dying on turn 2 and turn 3 all the time. Legacy truly a turn 2 format now. Yeah, your green set for 1 resolves. I can't ping that. But also, you're dead. Oh, specifically elves dying? Yeah, I feel you now. You are dead, opponent. You are dead, opponent. There we go. We did it! Alright. So these Aether Grids seem bananas. These Braids seem maybe okay. Just like 2 mana removal. I guess, no, yeah, we gotta bring them in because there's Collector Oof. We can cut these Karn Cynoversas because they're just super clunky. It's a matchup where, like, you don't necessarily need main deck Zirda either, right? Because they can never kill the first one. They're not going to counter it if we're ever going off. We're usually just killing them. It's like this. It's a reasonable sideboard plan. Do we want to board in any of the other stuff to make ourselves faster? Could potentially board in LED or Basalt Monolith to try to go for faster kills over something like Mystic Forge, I guess. an LU over Mystic Forge also just helps synergize with like cheap artifacts to just Aether Grid them to death. Maybe we'll just do that. And Mystic Forge also synergizes with Grid because you just cast a bunch of zeros and kill them. So many choices. This hand has turn 2 infinite mana and a braid and a bauble. That's probably good enough. Once upon a time. Thoughtseize? Feels like a Thoughtseize. Nope. Maybe just like a Greensun for Oof hand. God, they're so close to dead here, right? We're like a red mana off killing them here, I think. Ancient Tomb, Monolith, Petal. Yeah, if we had a Petal or an Opal, they would be dead here. Which is just insane. What's the best way to beat a Collector Oof on the next turn, though? Regardless, I have to burn my Petal to do it, which means we're off of Zirda mana. We could just get Gradient. No, we can't get Gradient Ballista the Drider because we don't have a infinite mana sink. I want to leave red up here, which means I think I don't want to play Tomb into Monolith because I don't want to need to tap the Monolith to cast this Abrade. So maybe just Great Furnace, Petal, Bauble go. Still leaves us the opening of if they don't actually Greensun for 2. What, they get like Greensun for 2 and then I float right off the Petal and like don't do anything. And then I just like Abrade the Drider or whatever. Or just go to the next turn and whatever. They could just Greensun for 2 to kill an Opal or a Petal, which seems bad. So yeah, I think just Furnace, Petal, Bauble is fine. Don't think I want to Bauble on my turn because now they have discard spells. Oh, they're drawing a Thoughtseize. Or they have a Thoughtseize in hand now. That's a little bit awkward for me. No Thoughtseize here. They take the Ballista. We still have a Braid and Monolith. Because they have to take the Ballista, right? They're elves. But then we still have infinite mana, so this is fine. Unless they have just, like, also have land oof, like natural oof or something. Wow, they take the Abrade. Are they gonna kill me here? Okay, they're just gonna, like, natural oof me? Yeah, okay, yeah. Fuck. Of course. They always have the natural oof. Well, let's find an Aether Grid now, I suppose. I think I want to play my Ballista on 1. So if I draw Aether Grid, I can just play Mountain Aether Grid and start pinging. Playing a Ballista on 2 isn't going to do a lot, but I guess it does, like, stymie their, like, attacking. They have 1 card left in hand, so Ballista on 2 actually just blocks all their shit. So yeah, let's just Tomb. Don't think I want to take the damage by casting Monolith. Yeah, the old Thoughtseize into Natural Oof is going to be a hard combination to beat. It's just another Thoughtseize. Sure. Stymie their their motley crew with just a 3/3 that we can cast. We just play our Zirda out to block. It's a spooky follow-up. This is how we lost against elves in the challenge yesterday as well. Was just like double discard oof, but like, well, at least it wasn't the natural oof where we were just gonna kill them. I was gonna be really salty if they just drew a natural order there. Let's draw one of our Aether Grids, please. This deck doesn't have the mana to activate the Reclaimer, does it? It's the last card of land or something? Like an untapper? They're just gonna therapy me. They just really want that Grim Monolith out of my hand? Sure. Since I don't want them to get discard spelled. Let's play our roadblock. I really thought they would like do one less damage this turn to start trying to activate this Reclaimer to get it online, because the 3/4 can attack through the Zirda. Sure. Alright, let's resubmit. Try to draw better next time. Let's just like turn one in. Sand has the Aether Grid, but not nearly enough mana to get to it. Sand has... Is this a kill? Tomb, Opal, Bauble, Diamond, 3 for Monolith, pay 2, Ballista. Yeah, this is a kill. This is what we deserve after my opponent's game 2. Welcome to Legacy in 20... What? That was the end of the league? What on earth? It's 10 o'clock. Jesus Christ. I totally thought that was like match 3 or match 4 or something. Double League stream. This is literally an hour and a half long. That was insane. I mean, this deck goes fast, but Jesus. Double League stream. I would think about it, but I do have to get up for work early tomorrow. And I've already been feeling sick. Oh yeah, it is cake time. We also made a cake, so maybe I should go eat cake. Finally, a good thing is for companions. What, like more legacy content? Like I literally just get to play more games because this deck goes so fast. All right, we'll play one more match. Well, we won't play like a full second lead. We'll play one more match. It's only 10 o'clock. We're gonna play one more match, then cake. I can't tell if she can hear me. But yeah. So the 8th, we played like, what, 3 matchups where I, like, theoretically would have wanted the grid, right? Delver, Elves. The grids never actually, like, showed up to be relevant. My opponents just either died or killed me. The grid was almost good against Delver, but then they forced it, obviously. But, like, yeah, I don't know exactly what I want to be doing with this deck. Why am I getting texts? Tim, why are you texting me? Tim, if you're watching the stream, just you can talk and chat. You forgot my Twitch password. Okay, my friend is apparently watching the stream but not signed into their account, so he's just texting me with things about the deck. All right, yeah, we'll just like play the same 75 and like play another match or something. This is classic me turn oneing my opponent. We finally did it. We beat Elves. Justice prevails. We turn one to our opponent. That's why there's still LEDs in the deck, because like LEDs are for your most busted starts. Even though LED, there's no salvagers anymore, triple LED still combos with casting your companion and combos with Card the Grid Creator. So I think it's still worth playing even in the non-salvagers builds. But if you're playing like the blue lists or something, decks that doesn't have Auriok in it, then probably need to be looking into cutting some of the LEDs. Parents keep texting about Animal Crossing. Do they? Oh wow, yeah, they're like 9 text messages and not. Oh yeah, they're just talking. Do they sleep or do other things? No, they're like 50. 50-year-olds are allowed exactly one hobby, and it's playing Animal Crossing for them. We just played for Samus SSP last league. I do not remember which deck they were playing though. I just realized that Newton never got to see my sweet red deck. He commented on sweet red tech. He commented on the mountain in chat, but he only saw it in a break. He didn't see me. I wanted to grid him so badly. Grid seems so stupid versus Elves. You can eventually like get up to like a green set for Rick's Age, it'll blow it up or whatever, but not before you like wrath them horribly. I'd like to show you this Zirda the Dawnwaker. Were you my Delver opponent? Yeah, you were my Grixis Delver opponent then. This hand has turn 1 Monolith. If one of these cards was a Ballista, it would be a turn 1 like the last hand. On the draw, turn 1 Monolith against Delver. If we go Furnace, LED, Mox Opal, Legend Roll my Mox Opal, Monolith, and the Monolith gets dazed, we have 2 mana and an LED and 2 cards in my hand, and we're on the draw. I hate mulliganing versus Grixis Delver. It's so miserable, because you have to like fight through all of their shit. And if you're just like already down on resources trying to fight through all their shit, maybe keeping hands like this is just like ultra greedy, and we definitely shouldn't. But I don't know. Mulliganing versus Delver with this deck feels miserable all the time. I just want to keep hands that have action and hope they, like, if my opponent doesn't force will the right card, we could be in an okay spot. Oh no, this is my Jeskai Delver opponent? Did we play? No, we played against Blue Red Delver and Jeskai Delver. There's no Grixis Delver. Yeah, that's right. We lost to Jeskai Delver. And I was talking about how the grids line up worse against Jeskai than they do against Grixis. This was my Jeskai Delver opponent with like Sprite Dragons and stuff. Ooh, Pedal means we get to play around a Daze and potentially like cast a 4-drop on turn 1. Not around a Daze. What's that sound? Sound was me getting a Discord message? No, Discord's not open. Weird. Anyway. Hey, Anurag, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it, bud. Hope your stream went well. Yeah, keeping the pedal in play is better than like keeping the opal in hand, because if we crack the pedal, the opal's harder to keep online and stuff. Double opals are just lotus petals at this point anyway. Probably great to actually cast opal first, just see if my opponent like wants to daze it for some reason. Alright, tanked a little bit for my turn 1 play here, but I didn't think it tanked this long. What's happening, Anurag? Are you still playing Yorion stuff? How are you pronouncing that? Yorion? Yorion? Giant bird thing. There we go. No clue. Oh, you're just jamming Vintage today. Is it as broken as Legacy? I mean, obviously more broken than Legacy, but is our companions fucking ravaging that format too? What if I don't play the Monolith here? What if I just cast a Karn into a Daze? Nah, I want to get the Monolith in play because we have Zirda to just go infinite. Magic's just Pokemon now. Accurate. Now do I cast a Karn into a Daze? We could try to kill them, right? We could just try to... No, we're 1 mana off killing them, right? We can't wish for like a piece of mana. Is it better if I pass the turn? My opponent has pondered and has 6 cards in. It's probably better if I pass the turn, right? I'm not in any rush. I can set up a kill next turn, too. I mean, my opponent will have a Force of Will next turn regardless, and I'm just like not... I don't want to walk into a Daze for no reason. Yeah, there's no reason to cast here, especially because we're not getting like Thoughtseize, and our hand is just 2 cards anyway. I think there's no reason to walk into soft permission here. When our hand is 2 cards that basically say win the game. Delver. Can we be a Spell Pierce? I think we can. Can we kill him through a Spell Pierce? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we can kill through a Spell Pierce. Wait. No. We have 9 mana. It's 7, 8, 9. We need 1 more mana to kill them through a Spell Pierce. We also do that, kill them through a Spell Pierce, right? Do we just cast Zirda here? Yeah, we just... Furnace, Opal, Monolith, Zirda. We have 1... How much mana did I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Zirda, if they force the Zirda, we play Ballista on 1, kill the Delver, I guess. Has the red Zirda deck. Has not shown meaningful upgrades over the white Zirda deck, but we just like haven't haven't drawn the colored cards. It's hard to test when there are like so little variations between the two decks realistically, because it's like all colorless shell. You have to force this. If they just have like force of negation here too, they just like can't win. Because we just cast Zirda into Ballista and they die. Okay, they're dead. You literally cannot counter all the spells in my hand, opponent. That's not going to work either. I guess I could have untapped in response to the Delta, but I'll let them try to bolt my Zirda, sure. It's actually kind of annoying, because now I just have to make like 1 billion mana here. How much mana is enough to satisfyingly say my opponent is dead? My opponent has 4 cards left in hand. They would have definitely forcibled the Zirda. So it probably just is enough mana to make a Walking Ballista lethal. Luckily we have Basalt here, so it's a lot easier to just make a shit ton of mana. Because we need 38 for Walking Ballista. But we want to be able to play Karn and then like also lattice them or something, right? Like go Karn, lattice, play the other Karn. And then like plus or whatever, so they die. Like 56. I'm not a math person. I'm pretty sure I just need to cast this Ballista because my opponent won't be able to counter it because they would have 100% forcible Zirda. But we'll play on the safe side and make enough mana to like cast a Karn or whatever. This combo is extremely fast, so I'm happy just making obscene amounts of mana to make sure my opponent's dead. How much mana did you say? 56? Wow, you make 56 mana so fast. Imagine trying to do that with Bomberman combo. Alright. Sure, your lightning bolt resolves opponent. Oh, whoops, I forgot. There was an untap on the stack. You are in fact dead. Hey, we did it. It's a quarter of the clicks of food chain. You want a Karn first? This stuff against Jeskai Luris. What did I do last time? I cut the main deck Zirdas, going down on Forges, LEDs, Manifold Key, Opal, Basalt Monolith. Yeah, that looked like what I did last time. I haven't tested Aether Grid nearly enough to know how good it is or not. I think I've activated it relevantly approximately 0 times. I turn 1 Aether graded and killed a Delver of Secrets last league, except then I also untapped and killed them on turn 2 before I could like just grid the rest of their stuff to death. Yeah, it's fine. I'm pretty sure you can like pretty freely play like white or red Zirda. It's just a matter of like because like the number of cards that actually change between the two lists are so small. It's literally just red lands and like 8-ish red cards or white cards. Is this what I'm submitting? Yeah. Maybe I'm supposed to go down to like 1 forge or 0 forges. But yeah, I'm just curious about this list because of how bad the white list is against a Null Rod. Aether Grid seems like a really good anti-Null Rod card. Alright, we have turn 1. Furnace. Lion's Eye Diamond. Opal, Abrade. 1, 2, 3 mana. Not enough for Karn. I think this is a keep. Abrade's pretty good. I don't think I'm supposed to play around Null Rod and Jeskai, though. I don't think the Jeskai lets us play Null Rod a lot. Yeah, I like Salvagers as like a plan B, because sometimes your Zirda does just get like countered and you die. But like you have other plan Bs, right? You have they like the 8 Karns and whatever. Yeah, I mean, like your list might have one. I don't know. JPA's list was like what, like it was like published as the winning challenge list, which I imagine people would probably try to emulate. So I don't think I was supposed to play around Null Rod by like leaping it. Oh, Mountain's nice. I can. Although no, we ran against him last league, and he wasn't on JPA's list either. He was like he was on a list with like Spray Dragon and stuff. So it's actually on neither. Either way, I'm not really going to like. I think I'm just gonna Furnace, LED, Opal. Yeah, there's just no reason to play out the key here. I think I do want to just hold up a Braid because the key's not really doing anything right now. Yeah, because if I play out the Mountain, I can't hold up a Braid on turn 1 here, which could be relevant if I put it on Null Rods. If I get Wastelanded, I'm like kind of bummed, but we'll have to just rebuild from there. Sure. Yeah, we definitely want to just be able to hold up a braid thing, untap, and like try to like cast a Karn, perhaps. Casting Karn into Daze doesn't sound super appealing. I guess if we just discard our hand, right? Our hand would just be empty at that point. If they play a threat, we abrade it, and then we like toss out our hand. We pitch a Manifold Key to play through a Daze. What's up, Elaine? How's it going? Hope your stream went well. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy here to just abrade a Delver so I can untap. This one's trying to get 100 viewers since Honorog rated me for like 87 13 minutes ago. Pop your Delver, untap. I think I just want a Karn here. Karn tokens look pretty beefy right now. Fiery Justice, thanks for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate the support. Hope you're enjoying the content. Yeah, unfortunately we can't get this Manifold Key down. Yeah, I think I'm going to pitch my hand into a Daze or a Spell Pierce here. I've only has 3 cards in hand. Yeah. If my opponent's last 2 cards are Force Blue card, then I guess we'll just have to go from there. want to down tick this against the bolt deck? We only get a 3/3 out of the deal now. Maybe I just want to plus this right now. Real City Traders in a braid. Sick. Now we have an braid on layaway here with the Karn if we need it. We can't even get like null rotted because we like City Wish for the Abrade. Oh, well, we're just gonna do that here anyway. It's a pretty good card too. I think it's better than just killing this Dreadhorde though. Can't cast Lurrus with this mana. Ballista's cool. Do I want to? We only have 4 mana. This Opal's not online. We could down check the Karn to turn on our Opal and then play a Karn through a Daze. It's not bad. And Karn Wish for a Monolith to set up lethal next turn. They can't bolt all my cards here. This seems good. I think we're in a good spot. Crater Maker, that doesn't do anything. You blow up one of my Karns, then you die. Because they don't know I have this Walking Ballista in my hand, but... Now they're dead. They're gonna make me do it. Alright. Really gonna do this one then. I say this a lot, but my favorite part about one of my favorite things about this combo is that you can show them the Ballista early and it doesn't matter because it's the same amount of mana to cast as just a pump when you have Zirda in play. It takes a little bit more clicks because you have to activate the ability a bunch rather than just casting it, but like not detrimentally so. Unfortunately, I can't BM my opponent, which I like to do when they make me click through it because they like don't have any creatures in play because we've been ranching them so badly. Let's click the Lattice and attack a couple times. I can't Lattice, it's the other Karn. They figured it out. An APM tracker. Yeah, if they didn't kaboom, or not kaboom mist, what's the Crater Maker? Yeah, if they didn't Crater Maker my Karn, then we could have just had Lattice them. How hard is it to program a loop into MGO for these kind of things? Second year comp sci student can do it. I have no idea. It'd be weird because you'd have to like you'd have to show the the program or whatever. You'd have to demonstrate the loop first, right? and like you could never do it if your opponent didn't F6. I feel. You can BM, hold priority while shooting list and then keep pumping it. That's fair. That's some next level BM. Or like when we play against elves in the challenge, they made me like click it out, and I just like wrath their board before killing them. It's my favorite thing to do when they make you do it, because it's like, this isn't Bomberman. This isn't gonna take me any longer. Like, it takes me like 10 seconds to also kill your board. Showery Lobster, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, I feel like the only way you could actually like do a loop is that you'd have to demonstrate that you can do the loop, and then your opponent would also have to be F6'd in order to like to show anything. All right, I said one more match, but we're gonna play 2 more matches. Shh! Don't tell Ashnas. I think she's asleep. We ran into that opponent during the last league and got thoroughly crushed, and we thoroughly crushed them on the swing back. So I genuinely don't know how I don't think the Delver matchup is that bad. We went 3-2 against it in the challenge. 2-0 against Grix, or 2-0 against Jeskai, and 1-2 against Grix's, I think. I suppose you could like rack your own for like the ultimate BM. You could like make a huge ballista just to make sure it has enough to kill your opponent, ping them down to 1, and then like ping yourself down to 1, ping my own Karn, kill the Zirda, and then kill them. Like the ultra BM. If my opponent was like in game 3 and like definitely like made me play it every time, then like like refused to concede or something, that's something that like you could maybe do. Yeah. Definitely hard to emulate Paper Magic with infinite combos online. That is for sure. Wow, my opponent not playing. I'm literally gonna say it every time my opponent's not on a companion. Just like, what are you doing, opponent? Why don't you have a companion in your deck? This hand just isn't very good. Have I cast I feel like I've cast so little Grim Model this stream. It's like the best card in the deck by far, too. That sounds good. What are we bottoming? We don't know what we're against. Is it bad that I want to say it's not Delver because they didn't show me a companion? Like, people are continuing to try to play blue-red, but I feel like it's just like not correct anymore. So it might be a fair assumption that if your opponent doesn't reveal Luris that they're not on Delver at this point, so I don't need to be worried about cards like Daze. This hand is just a turn 3 kill, right? Turn 2 Monolith. Wait, this is a turn 2 kill, right? If we keep the Petal, we could go Mountain, Petal, Monolith. Furnace, Monolith, kill you. So we could just bottom this Karn. Yeah, not to say that Luris means Delver, because it also could be Storm. But I think that them not showing Luris means that they're not Delver anymore, for the most part. Maybe we bottom this Karn Cyanophers, though. And just try to kill them on turn 2. I'm kind of into that, depending on what they're doing. Hey, Solnox, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Ran to Bug Delver earlier, no companion. That seems like a mistake. You could probably pretty easily play Luris and Bug Delver. I guess you have to lose like Oko, but Rogue went from Flavor of the Month to unplayable in 2 days. Yeah, alright, let's bobble them first to see if they got something going on under the hood here. There's a chance that if they're playing if we see a Force of Will or something, a Dak Faden, I think I just want to kill them on turn 2 now. They're going to take my Monolith if I play it on turn 2. I think I just want to go Mountain Petal and try to kill them next turn. Perfect Hard, thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Man, Deck Faden is really obnoxious against this deck if you get to turn 3. Yeah, I guess this hand is just force check my opponent. Is it time to bring Liquid Metal Stompy? Please no. So I can cast this Basalt Monolith off the Grim Monolith to play around a removal spell, right? Because then I'll have enough mana. Because of the Basalt Monolith, I'll be able to go off through like some sort of like Abrupt Decay or whatever. It does play into a Force of Negation that we could otherwise beat. If they just like Force Negation the Basalt Monolith, things could look bad. But I think that's more or less fine. You can't beat a Spell Pierce. If I like cast this and I get pierced. I'm just wondering if I want to show them like the Great Furnace or anything to show them that I have mana to cast Zirda, which might like affect their decision to counter something. So if I play Mountain, if I play Great Furnace, they Spell Pierce the Basalt Monolith, we can pay for it, but then we just have the Basalt. I guess then we get to play a Karn though. I don't know if I'm supposed to be playing around Spell Pierce from Strifo piles. He doesn't play Spell Pierces, right? There's no way that deck plays Spell Pierce. Yeah. He does? Whoa. I just don't pay attention to Strifo pile anymore, I guess. I guess we could not have the Basalt Monolith here if we want. Please no force. I only have 2 cards in my hand. Just force the payoff. Easy. What could go wrong? Alright, they're dead. We did it. Please don't try to kill us on the stack. No. Makes so much mana now. Just gonna like Assassin's Trophy something. I'm just gonna fucking lattice him. So we only need to make like 14 mana or something. In case the first card gets Force of Willed. If they Force of Will the Lattice for some reason, I want to be able to kill them though. Just untap this Grim Monolith for good measure. And clicking through the combo is easy. Might as well just make a very safe amount of mana. Yeah. Few sideboard. Yeah, we don't have anything else that kills besides the Lattice and the Ballista. The Ballista needs 38 mana to kill though. So it's 42 plus 10, 52 mana. It's like trivially easy to make 52 mana. Yeah, there's no Chalice on the sideboard. It genuinely takes me like 10, like another like 15, 20 seconds to make 52 mana. This is completely fine. Let me tell you about comboing with Palancron. Yeah, please don't. Just make 100. Well, we don't need 100. Why not is mostly because I want this game to end, and we do have a clock. Oh, whoops. I always forget that there's a untap on the stack. Alright. Would you like to concede? F6. Weird. Get latticed. We did it! Look at that. Get them both down. Make 420 mana in honor of 420. Yeah, it's so much nicer than Salvager's Loops, especially when you're going off with Basalt Monolith. If I had a Grim in play only and I was going off there, I probably would have only made like 14 mana. Why do we spend all that time making mana? Because if they like were doing some like stupid like holding back force shenanigans, it's like pretty safe too. Cross 8 clicks for 1 mana. That's so miserable. I mean, yeah, that's worse than Bomberman. Oh, tongue in cheek. Yeah, I got you. And why do we make all that mana? They just died. You know, gotta be safe. Realistically, there's no reason that we didn't. There's no reason to like necessarily make all that mana, because we probably could have won with 14 pretty easily. The world that we needed 52 mana or whatever is the world that where they let the Karn the Great Creator resolve and then counter the Mycosynth Lattice after the Assassin's Trophy of the Zirda. Which is just wild, because obviously you would have just like force a will the Zirda. But I guess if they did a force negation, then they definitely should have forced the Monolith, though. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I'm boarding in these Pyroblasts and boarding out these Aether Grids. Aether Grid seems pretty bad against Strifopile. I think I just like blasts. Blast Okos or Force of Wills or Dax. This matchup seems very good, though. Most of the control matchups have felt very good. Yeah, everyone bemoaning how to making Infinite online. And Zirda walking in. Zirda Basalt Monolith, just like 52 mana in like a minute. This hand's very bad. Oh, this hand looks a lot better. I'm into this hand. We got blasts. That's about it. What am I bottoming here? 4 Horsemen? Yeah, literally impossible to play on Moto. What am I doing here? What am I bottoming? The Zirda, maybe? The extra Zirda is not super relevant, especially because we have this blast. We definitely need all this stuff. Is the Zirda better than a random card? I think the Zirda is worse than a random card in my deck, because we want to draw into like more mana. I'm going to keep this and I'm going to bottom the Zirda. Yeah, beating elves and then like feeling really good in a Strifopile matchup, it's truly amazing. It's a whole new world as a D&T player. Actually, playing extra Zirdas. I've been trying them out. I was not impressed with them in the first league. They're not super exciting. Could definitely be playing a different card instead of extra Zirdas. But this deck not having Salvagers for like a backdoor combo made me a little bit more interested in it. Because sometimes your first Zirda does get countered. I'm going to look at a card in your hand, opponent. Do I want to look at the card in their hand right now? I guess I don't. I don't know. Strifopile playing discard or something. We'll just run out a mountain here. Yeah, I thought about actually adding more lands to this deck. Maybe like 17, going a little bit more just up on lands. Casting your spells is important. This feels like I'm getting a Planeswalker on turn 3. A Drown in the lock. It doesn't counter a whole lot of my spells currently. Counters my Pyroblast, but it's hard to have that much mana. Oh god, there's a cat doing cat things over in the corner. I see you. Well, I'll play this key. Hand's definitely slow. We can play a turn 3 Karn of some sort after hopefully blasting their card. Get down from the desk. I see you. I see you, punk. Get down from that desk. Trophy my manifold key, please. Dang. Unlucky. Someone on old MTG wrote a macro to click through 4 horsemen and timed out. That goes the Busto deck. I 3-2'd my first league ever with Zirda. I think my 9th league ever played, I finally 3-2'd. After 7 4-1s and 2 5-0s. But now we're 1-0 and up a game in the second league. And I think I'm gonna call it quits for the today's stream after this game. Cast your Dak Faden. Whoa. They can't drown in the lock my Karns, but it does also leave shields down on my Pyroblast. If we get it like countered and they untap and like play like a Dak or something scary. We draw like a Mopal or a Soul Land. Or like a Grim Monolith. So that'll be nice cards to draw. Or more mountains, I guess. I think I'm just playing land go with my opponent here. My opponent obviously has an extremely reactive hand. We know they have a Drown in the lock, which doesn't do a lot right now, besides potentially counter my Pyroblast at some point. But they'll need like 5 mana to cast a relevant spell and hold up Drown. So I don't think I would just want to jam a Karn into what could easily be just like a hardcast Force. Or just a Pitch Force and then untap and then get to like resolve their threat through my Pyroblast. I think I'm fine just playing Draco with my opponent here. We have the ability to just like burst them out of nowhere. They do not. What is this? Red, black? Are we getting K-commanded? Like K-commanding my land? Oh no. What am I discarding here? I guess the Lotus Petal. All these other cards seem pretty important. Like we obviously do need the Lotus Petal. Like we need more mana, but I think we're fine just again, just draw going here a bunch, yeah. Thoughtseize, oof. I feel like it's scarier now. They could take my blast and try to resolve a scary thing. Or they could take a scary thing and then have a force for the other scary thing, because we're a lot of mana away from like scary thing plus blast. How close do you think this deck is to Karn Shops? I forget, someone commented on one of my posts that just said like this deck looks a lot like Karn Shops in Vintage. Which I definitely feel, because a lot of it's just about playing the most busted cards you can for like 3 to 4 mana on the first turns of the game. My opponent's not playing lands. But we are up to 4 cards in our graveyard now, so the Drown in the Lock actually does counter my stuff. Notably. But we do also have 2 Karn Scions for some beatdown squads. Soul Land? Ballista. I guess. It's not getting much better. I guess I wasn't supposed to leave with the Great Furnace, because they could like shatter it. Do I like Emery in the deck? I tried to theory craft a blue list a little bit, but the mana just gets so much uglier, because so many of the blue cards you want are like double blue. Like Urza would be really sweet in this deck, but a lot of the deck's powers does stem from just being able to cast a 4 colorless card on turn 1 with like your Soul Land Monolith, like Voltaic Key or like Petal or Opal hands, and Urza is just like so much harder to like just burst out early. Oh, that's cool. We're Soul Land here. So we could Karn and blast their Drown. I'm not into that. Yeah, you couldn't play a Trinket Mage in the Zirda deck. They know about my blast though. Yeah, Zirda has downside. What red card I guess in there? Blue. Sure. Alright, this is fine. Got another card in hand. Gotta burn through these counter spells at some point. Boros Signet be playable. Yeah, Boros Signet's being able to like I think Boros Signet's probably more playable in like a deck that's it's harder to cast Zirda. Revoker. Sure, they don't know about my second card, so they probably just named Ballista here. Yeah. Perfect. No! We can make infinite mana now! Damn you, Phyrexian Revoker! There's no reason to try to go for infinite, though. Because all we have is this Karn Scion of Urza now. I mean, I guess we could just play with the Monolith, because it just produces a shit ton of mana. And we don't want to get, like, Thoughtseized or whatever. Already that Tezzeret's playable with Zirda. This all, like, looks like it would play... you can play, like, the Mono-Blue Tezzeret. In a similar deck as like Urza and like Sai and Emery, but it's like a lot of blue cards, and you're reducing your nut draw potential. It's getting the models in place good, just because we want also to make our Karn tokens as beefy as possible. I think I'm just down ticking this. Just making a big beefy boy. How beefy is it? 5/5? That's pretty big. We have Manifold Keys, we can give it unblockable. Although I really want my opponent to block. Like trophy the Karn, sure. Deck here. Yeah. Could have like a slower list. I thought about like kind of like the bug Karn shells. Except instead you'd be like probably like Bant. So you could cast Zirda and not play like as much of a nut draw game. But I think a lot of the power of this deck does come from like your ability to abuse monolith power, and I think the more colors you start adding to a deck, the harder it is to abuse monoliths. I'd like to untap my Grim Monolith. Struck Karn the Great Creator. Zirda? Making infinite mana. Probably playing out this one. Yeah, I'll just attack for 5. Block. Unlucky. I'll just play with this one. Just like get dudes on board. Counter this? Fucking deal. Yeah. Love to see that. I wonder if they thought I was casting my companion. It's like an easy thing to not notice if your opponent just like puts a Zirda on the stack. Maybe now they'll block because they think I don't have a Zirda, and then we can like kill them. Any chance we bring in a Braid, or do we still have the Aether Grid? I think we boarded out all the Aether Grids, and we did not board in a Braids. I think it's very hard for us to get this Revoker off the table. Uh-oh. You gonna kill my Construct? That's bad. That's bad news. That's not a very good draw. I guess I can be unblockabling my Walking Ballista hitting them for 1 now. That's not a very good exchange of life totals, though, because then they can start hitting me for 2 as well. So I think I'm down to make this trade if they ever block. Like playing Caverns here just for Zirda and Ballista. I was playing Caverns for a little bit. Caverns just make your mana more awkward, especially in this red list where like casting a Braid and stuff is so important into Null Rods. You definitely like want your red sources. And even in the white lists, I swapped back to Plains to try to just like play a bunch of Plows against the Delver decks because Cavern of Souls just wasn't as good as it was in Bomberman for a couple of reasons. I think we're just saying go. Cavern of Souls was like much better in Bomberman than in this deck because you could beat Forcibles a lot easier. Because you could like just Cavern of Souls in your monster inventory and then the Forcible doesn't matter anymore. Or if you Cavern of Souls in your Auriok Salvagers, then obviously like they can't Forcible the LED or Forcible the Ballista because you can make infinite mana anyway. But for this deck, if you Cavern of Souls in your Zirda, they can still Forcible your Ballista because you can't make a Ballista infinite times like you could with an Auriok Salvagers. So the Cavern of Souls was like less powerful. It was definitely still like a good card in different spots. Also, the problem with playing Disenchant from Null Rod is that Disenchant's horrible against Delver. If there was like a Disenchant, like if there was an Braid card in white, I'd be a lot more interested. But there just isn't. Both of us are top decking here. If I am supposed to be hitting for 1 here. I technically win this race on board, but like, imagine it's not going to go that way for the next 10 turns. What's my opponent casting here? Snapcaster Mage? K command to my Ballista make me discard? Yeah, sure. Yeah, if White got good cards, Disenchant. Yeah, if White got good cards, Disenchant would just be Wilt, right? I hear you, bitch. Get out of the trash can. Get out of here, cat. Gain 3 life. Wasn't there like almost a modal Disenchant? It's like only destroy enchantment, gain 3 life, or like put a 1/1 counter on something. Blah. Roker was a real beating. Maybe we want like some number of Aether Grid still in the deck in exchange for like some of the like fluff. Cut like a Mox Opal, keep in some number of Aether Grid just so we're a little bit more threat dense. We don't need to be as explosive versus control. You want to like just try to like grind through their answers more. I guess I could like be playing a 3/3 here, but my opponent has 4 cards in hand and is a control deck, so I don't think my 3/3 is very good. But infinite mana also not super good since we already have basically infinite mana. We did it. I think I like saving the Zirda because if we draw, assuming my opponent like somehow has nothing, we draw like Karn, we can Karn Lattice, and then go to the second main and cast Zirda as a blocker. Take this opponent. How you gonna beat a 3/3? By countering it, rude. Yeah, we could probably Probably go 1 opal plus 1 grid or something. Maybe LED gets worse. Go up to 2 grids. Don't like discarding my hand that much versus this deck. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe we do want some of our grids versus control decks. Just it is an okay, like, bad win con. I have like a bunch of grids in my opening hands down. I'm gonna wish I had like fast mana. Jesus. Jesus, these hands. What the fuck? Just like no lands multiple times. Quite unfortunate. Opponent is keeping 7. This does not look good for our hero. Alright, well, we gotta keep this. We can cast our spells now, some of them. I don't think turn 1 gridding is what's gonna win this control matchup against my opponent that can like Assassin's Trophy it and stuff. I think we want to bottom this LED, and honestly, I think I need to bottom this grid. One of these hands where I wish this grid was an opal, but not would not like a second LED, so I think I need to keep mana and payoffs. Control keeping 7 when you go to 5. Not super excited, especially if they just like Thoughtseize me and turn 1 or whatever. Hey. Upsides. Alright. We're getting somewhere. This wouldn't have happened with them on Cat Lands. Yeah, we have to blame the mountains that White Faces gave us. What did my opponent keep? Just like Force of Wills, I guess? What am I ramming into this Force of Will? The Mystic Forge? Oh yeah, definitely the Mystic Forge now. You're gonna like force this Mystic Forge, then attack my Great Furnace, and we're just gonna fucking lose horribly. Really hoping they let this resolve because they like can trophy it or whatever. And then we can at least like play a 0 off the top, get it trophied, and then get like another land so we can cast our other spells after. But if they have, oh god, I have to play this. Ooh, Monolith on top. I like this one. I'll keep it. Let's just cast other spells. If they like Dack my Forge, we can Monolith try to set up for lethal. I don't think I can afford to pitch this Grim Monolith away. I definitely feel like this Forge is gonna get Dacked though, but like not like they can use it very well. It's like a pay 1 mana, bottom the top card of your library. And obviously you take it away from your opponent, which is a big game, but is it Dack time? The greatest thief in the multiverse? Definitely what it feels like. They could be K command. Oh, that's much better. Oh no, this deck. Am I supposed to play a 4-drop with? They have 6 cards in hand. We're probably just gonna get whatever we play. Force of Willed. Yeah, we're supposed to play Concrete Creator, I think, because the Concrete Creator can set up to kill next turn anyway. Especially in the face of this deck fade, and we just need to like put pressure on my opponent. There's no way they would have kept a hand that just like played a turn 3 Dack and had no Force of Wills on 7 though. need to, like, draw us. Whoa. I guess we just wish for diamond here. Wishing for LED sets up lethal with Luris or Lattice next turn. Assassin's Trophy in hand, yeah. But there's no real thing we can wish for that's good against getting trophied, right? I guess we can wish for Ballista, and then we'd have to rip exactly Soul Land to go off with Zirda, though. And, like, we have a Mystic Forge in our hand, so we could, even if we wish for, like, this LED or something, we could use the LED. No, we can't use the LED because we just got the Forge. Duh. Wishing for Ballista. Wishing for Ballista doesn't even kill the deck. The deck goes up to 2. We need to hit a land to clear the deck. We can't make a creature that's Sailor Karn. Oh, my scenario was Assassin's Trophy. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, maybe Ballista is correct. Because if our card lives, then we can still wish for. No, we can't wish for even like Mox Up will kill them. But yeah, if the card gets trophied, you're right. I have 4 mana and I can at least like Ballista down the deck or something. You guys are correct. Yeah, wish for Walking Ballista feels okay to me. They could have, like, Oko. That would be horrible. But I think Strifle only plays, like, 1 Oko. Maybe even 0 nowadays. You get, like, Elka's Forge and hit me. Or hit the Karn and clear it. Lydia is pretty OP. Deck also lets them just, like, dig for forces and stuff, so... Discard P-Fire. Interesting, kind of interested to see P-Fire in the deck still. I mean, it lets you, like, loot better with Dak Faden. It's like a win con? Yep, there's the trophy. Yeah, I think that Ballista was correct. If we draw any land here now, we can actually just try to kill them if we want to, which is probably just better. I think I'm supposed to just try to kill them here, I guess. 5 mana, so we don't have enough. If they have another removal spell, we die. But I don't think we're winning if they if they counter my Ballista, we're gonna probably die. If they counter my Zirda, we're probably also going to die. So I think we just have to hope that their 5-card hand has no answers for 5-card hand and 2 open mana has no answers for me trying to make infinite with like no extra mana. Seems extremely dicey. Hey Fluffy Wolf, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna not go for it. Have nothing. Have nothing, opponent. Don't counter this. Your hand is Force of Negations. Dicks. Alright, never did. No reason to play a Ballista on 1 here. Alright, now we'll just draw the Zirdas that are still in the deck. It'll be fine. They can pick up the P-Fire here. Yep. Their top card is good too, or else they would have forged. Which means that we're probably super dead. We really fought for it here on our like mold of 5. Hey, Homa-sun, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, feeling pretty dead. I think I have to play the Balliston too. Playing Forge with no open mana into a deck seems pretty horrible. We could like say go and untap a Grim Monolith, but also does not seem super strong. What is my opponent? Oh, they're trying to cast a spell with green mana. Like an Uro or something. Let's just top deck Zirda. Wait, Zirda wouldn't even go infinite, would it? Because it costs 3 mana. Draw a soul land, we can plus on 3, clear the deck, then try to Mystic Forge our way back into this game, but that does not seem very likely. Especially with the Uro coming down next turn. Why are we doing this on my end step opponent? Karn Great Creator, huh? They have P-Fire access. Well, we could wish for Crypt and crypt away the P-Fire and the Uro. Maybe that's the only thing that we can actually do here. I think it's my best play. Deck Fade would be neat too. Yeah. Play a blue-red list. Alright, well, we have a Karn in play. It's not the easiest card for them to just blow up. They've only been through, what, 1 trophy? Yeah, they've only trophied once. Second trophy. Now we could draw Zirda for lethal. This is another Uro. Ugh. Disgusting. Let's draw Zirdas here. Is there any other good card we can even draw at this stage? I don't think so. I think we're pretty royally fucked. Discards Force of Negation. Wow, that's a flex. We could play a Ballista for 3. And then they'll cast their 6/6. Maybe we Forge to just try to dig to Zirda being like the only game plan. They'll like take my Forge, but we have some amount of mana that we could like try to sift shit off the top of our deck. I think it's probably better than playing the Ballista here. Well, that's kind of shit. Take my Forge, go to 2. There's a Uro. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be a 6/6. It would be a 6/6 construct. They actually can't Uro me either currently. I don't have enough cards to graveyard. I guess the deck gets them there though. But they have to plus it. They take my Forge, they can't plus it. Is this Karn Scion good enough to win me this game? Probably not, but there's not a lot else. You have to hit like a 6 chain of zeros. Let's go, deck. Believe in the Zirda on top. Ah, it's the Aether Grid we ported in. Perfect. We can kill the deck after they take my Forge. And then die to a 6/6. It's going to be very hard to Aether Grid down an Uro. I think food chain decks are very good right now. I think if your deck can't play a companion, it probably... You're probably better off playing a deck that can. The Aether Grid can't even fucking kill the deck, can it? We like, don't even actually have enough artifacts in play because this Ballista. We play the Aether Grid off Mountain. We only have Great Furnace, Opal. We play any Zirdas in the deck? Yeah, we're trying out Zirdas in the main deck. They haven't been super impressive. They'd be good right now. We're getting Okoed. Alright, yeah, we're definitely ultra dead. I imagine you just want to elk the Forge and get in. Probably reading Gear per Aether Grid for a hot second. But yeah, Gear per Aether Grid not super good at killing things that start at 9,000 loyalty or have a bunch of toughness. I think I'm supposed to ping this for 1 still. We can still win with a Zirda top deck. Assuming my opponent doesn't have an answer for it, obviously. They're gonna Dak, Uro, elk the other Forge, hit me for 6 or whatever. Clock might be bad victory. Nah, they have 3 minutes and they have 12 power in play. We need to top deck Zirda and they need to have nothing. No, we definitely go off in 4 minutes. Yeah, we literally are dead next turn. We draw exactly Zirda, and they have actual no answers for it. That is a Manifold Key, which is not gonna do it. We could at least kill Dak on our way out, though. No other cards. You can just counter the snap lethal and play. They did it. Alright, eat shit, deck. Got him. Who's the real winner? Alright, that's enough. That was a really long match. I was hoping that last match would be shorter because I wanted to go to sleep. But, anyway, that's gonna be all for... it's gonna be all for today's stream. We got like 7 matches because like this deck plays so much faster. Who's streaming? Laywar is streaming. Luris Tess. Alright, yeah, woo. Kick you guys their way. Stream more companions. Turns out companions broken. Laywar 2. Anyway. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had a good time. Shout outs to all the raids. Go follow all the people that raided today. What was it? Honorog, Fluffy Wolf, Ori Tart. I think those are the 3. Yeah, go follow them. They're all great people. Also, go follow Laywar. I'll be back on Wednesday, same time. Probably streaming some more variants of Zirda. Trying to figure out what the best build is. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the content. I'll see you guys all later.